6:44 here on a Wednesday morning. It's time for our Morning Cup of Joe segment with Metro Sheriff Joe Lombardo. We'll point out, though, this interview was taped before this morning's officer-involved shooting. So we only have a few weeks left in the school year. CCSD says it wants to have all of its students back in class 100% in the next school year in August. What discussions has Metro started having already with CCSD police about the fall and about the look at schools when the new year starts?
Yeah, that's a constant conversation, and I got my fingers crossed. Hopefully we do get all the students back into school at 100%. And I think that's very important for their well-being, their mindset, and also for the families to be able to, lack of a better word, babysit them or have them to get the opportunity to go back to work themselves and deal with their life and everything that goes along with it. So the most volatile or the most concerning for us is to start a school when the students are going to school and when the students leave school. That seems to be when there's anxiety, emotion, and trouble that associated with the students for us to be concerned with. So, in Clark County School District Police are aware of that, and we work in conjunction with them. We have that omnipresence, around the schools during those time periods, and we are well involved when they do extracurricular activities such as football games and everything else that goes along with it. That's not something you can ignore because it's youth and emotion and devil's workshop with their hands if they're not doing anything to release their tensions and everything else that goes along with it. It's a very important consideration for us, especially for the school district police. And I don't want people in the community to lose sight of that. There's conversations about getting rid of the police and the school environment, and I think that would be a very bad mistake. I think it's a very necessary entity within that environment for everybody to feel safe and be successful.
One thing that we hear a lot of, certainly when we're working on the morning show, overnight we hear the scanners and these reports of illegal shootings around the valley. We've talked before about the shot spotter technology. What should folks in the valley do if they think they're hearing gunshots in their neighborhood so they can stay safe?
Call us. That's a simple answer. A lot of things that we investigate or successfully investigate is based on pattern. If it's a one-off event, it's very hard for us to investigate and determine who the perpetrator is. And when we have numerous phone calls and numerous people giving us little bits of information that we can compile together, it makes it a lot easier for us to find the perpetrator. And it's important for people to call us. It's just important for us to know that, because you mentioned the shot spotter technology. That's only in limited areas of town, so it's not all encompassing, and it's very important for us to have that bigger picture.
If you hear something, if you see something, say something. The same thing goes if you hear something as well. Sheriff Lombardo, thank you for joining us again this morning. We always appreciate it. You could submit some questions for the sheriff yourself if you'd like. Just head to 8newsnow.com. Find out if your question is answered every Wednesday.